Hey everyone, it's Chrissy from Chrissy's Beautiful Life, and welcome to 12 Days of Christmas Extravaganza with Daisy and Chrissy. And for our first day, our goal is to use up one beautiful tree. So it is just like the song. Every day we will have a new prompt for you, and it works its way up to 12 things on a page, and we're very excited to play. Today I am going to work with the Philala collection, and this printout that I use, I just did a Google search on like the stock photos for a Christmas tree. I really liked this one with all the layers, and I'm going to use it as my cut file, so to speak. So because I don't own a silhouette, this is how I go about doing things when I want to put things together that would be kind of silhouette-y. It works for me. I go for it. I don't mind that I don't have a silhouette. Sometimes I miss it. I would love a silhouette for like the intricate files for florals and stuff, but things like this is so easy. And so I just cut everything out with all of my patterns that I chose. I use some mists and a little bit of Heidi Shine to work on that background. This piece of pattern paper just came from a Michael's Hot Buy, and I believe it's actually for like a baby girl collection, but I liked the pink, and because this isn't this is more talking about a date that we went on, and it was kind of a fun thing. It didn't have to be like Christmas colors or anything, and it worked really well with this collection. So I decided to go with that. And I love the little pop of Heidi Shine that really helps kind of put everything together. So that was really fun. And I'm going to use this photo here, a 4x4 Instagram. And it was taken a collage that I created for when I went on a date with Sean. We went to Vancouver for the evening and it's called the Festival of Lights. And so it was really fun this year. I'm not sure if it changes every year because this is the first year they had it. But you got to go around and you went into a maze and you had to find all of the reindeer. And then you had a little book thing that you got to stamp. Every time you found one, there was a station for you to stamp the reindeer. It's really, really fun. I think we found all but one of them and we just kind of gave up. But I had a great time and it was fun. It was a little chilly, but it was a beautiful night. It wasn't raining, so that was nice. And it was so much fun. And then we also got to go through, my favorite part of the whole thing was there's a section within the maze that was just all like dangling Christmas lights, like the clear, pretty white lights. And it was so beautiful. So that middle photo is taken of me in there. And it was my favorite part. It was so pretty. And of course, because we went during the weekend night, so like Saturday night I think we went, so of course it's crazy packed and busy, but I wish I could have gotten a really beautiful photo of it not being all crazy. But definitely my favorite part of the whole night, and it was just so much fun and I loved it. And I decided that it would work really well for the first prompt, because in the maze one really huge highlight is this gigantic Christmas tree. It was huge. And so I took a photo of it, just tilted up my camera. It was so tall. And that's what that top middle photo is. And so it really reminded me of that in this event. So the tree worked really well for that. And then I do my tree up on the bottom right, and I love that. It's going to hang off and get cut off and just kind of have a little bit of movement and action to it. But of course, you have to have a little bit of something somewhere else on the layout. So I just took some of the border strips from the 6x6 papers that kind of have the same color tones and the patterns in it. I just did a little bit of a strip up there. I also went around with my sewing machine and I stitched every single layer of the Christmas tree, and I did a zigzag strip stitch at the top just to bring in a little bit more elements and dimension into my layout there. I'm going to title this what it's called. So it's Festival of Lights, and the word lights is made out of Pink Fresh Studio alphas that I think they're like 2 years old. They're the red ones. I'm almost out. I can hardly spell anything else. I was amazed I could spell the word light. I couldn't spell S. I have no S's, so I have to add in an S from another way. And I'm just going to use what I use the word of for the S, and that works really well. And then for my festival, I'm using these wood veneer type alphas, and I'm going to spray them with one of the mists I use for the packaging technique I did on that piece of pattern paper there, just to kind of help not make it so stark and kind of blah. This gives it a little bit more I don't know, I just like it. It really helped blend into the layout a little bit more and kind of set the tone for what I'm looking for. And then I just shift the whole title over a little bit so everything's underneath my photo and the tree instead of kind of dangling off. So I'm really happy with the way that turned out. I'm going to just trim my tree there so you can see that. And then you can tell that I've added a little bit to my photo already. So what I did is I put a little frame. This is stuff that was in my stash, and I just highlighted one of my favorite photos of us. I think we took 3 photos of us together, and then I took one of me in the lights, and then all of the stuff that was around us that night. So I did that to help highlight one of the photos. I've used a little tab, and then for the tree, I used that really fun bow that again was in my stash. And then I'm going to just decorate it with some puffy stickers and enamel dot type things to just make it look like it's a decorated tree. So I even thought about that. Normally that's something I probably wouldn't think about and I just let it go, but I wanted that little added detail. So I'm going to do that. And I've tried super hard to add this happiness equals together. I tried so hard to make it fit on this layout and I just can't. I cannot make those things fit. I have this one and a blue one and they're beautiful and I love them and I cannot make them get onto anything. It drives me crazy. So you see me kind of messing around with that, but it's not going to make it on my layout. I'm going to put it back. I do try to add this reindeer too, and you'll see that changes at the very end. But I tried. I wanted there to be a deer represented because the whole point, of course, was to find all these reindeer. So I wanted the deer there to kind of tie in with my journaling. And yeah, I love this layout though. So welcome to our new series. It's going, like I said, going to be for the next 12 days. Daisy and I are so excited, and I'm so excited to finally be doing a series with her. I love Daisy. She's like one of my best scrappy buddies. Like, she's just amazing. And we talk basically daily, so it's really fun. And she came to me in September. She messaged me and was like, hey, I kind of have an idea about doing something Christmassy. Would you like to join me? And I said, absolutely. And then we kind of tossed around ideas about what we should do. And we came up with doing the 12 days of what we're doing here. So obviously it's not an original idea because other people like Audrey Yeager does her 12 days of Christmas too. And so, but we wanted to do our own take on it. So it's not original, but it's our series with different challenges. So if it's something you're interested in, we hope you'll play along. Just use the hashtag DC Extravaganza 12. And we'll be able to see all of your beautiful layouts that you create, and there will be a prize. So it's worth playing along. It'll be a fun prize that we'll talk about in another video. And I hope you enjoyed this little series that we're going to do here. So to finish off my layout, I am going to use a few pieces of ephemera here. So you can see I backed my tree with that little clear acetate piece that I can't think of what you call those. And I love that. It kind of just ties everything in. I love the way that looks, and I wasn't going to use that for anything else except probably to back a photo, so it worked really well there. And the reason why I chose it to be there is because my journaling is going to be in black, and I have black nowhere else on my layout except for the little bit of stars that I added to the tree. That really is going to help, so when I do add my journaling, it's not going to look funny, like, why is there all of a sudden black on your layout? So that is why that is added there. I'm going to add a couple more tags, and you can see I added that little snowflake blue thing there. Again, I wasn't going to use that tag for anything else, so that fit perfect there. And ooh, my camera flipped. I'm sorry, I didn't know it had done that. And so I add my journaling to the layers at the top. You can see that, and I'm pretty happy with this. I'm going to add that little deer right next to my title, just to kind of help, like it's the deer eating the title. I don't know, but I liked it. And I'm gonna just tie this bow. I had the hardest time tying this bow. It was silly. It didn't like me. And so now there's 2 tags, and I just love the little pops of layers it has down there. I think that's really helpful and playful. And I'm really liking this, but I'm finding it's missing something. So I'm going to take a trick from Christina Sword. I see her do this on her layouts all the time, which is she cuts some paper in her main piece of pattern paper and folds it over and then layers some paper. So I'm going to do that. I haven't done this in a very long time, so I kind of forgot how to do it correctly. And I'll tell you, if it's something you want to do, don't cut on an angle like I did. It kind of makes it really difficult. It's easier if you cut in and then fold over, but So you would cut straight, but that's okay. I made it work. And I do 2 of them. I do one there, and then I'm going to add a second one to the other side, and you'll see that in the close-ups. So thank you everyone so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow with day number 2 of our 12 Days of Christmas Extravaganza. Bye!